After years of denying his presence and even claiming he was dead, Pakistan now claims that 26/11 Mumbai attacks conspirator SajidMajeed Mir is in their custody and has been sentenced to 15 years in jail over a terror financing case. This decision, of course, comes as Pakistan is eyeing the listing from the Financial Action Task Force's International Terror Financing Watch List. A report. India's wanted terrorist and the main handler in the 26/11 Mumbai attack, which shook the entire world, SajidMajeed Mir, who was once declared dead by Pakistan, has been sentenced by a court in Lahore. An anti-terrorism court in Lahore handed down over 15 years jail term to the Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorist Sajid Mir in a terror financing case. The court has also imposed a fine of over 4 lakh Pakistani rupees on Mir. He was arrested in the month of April and since then has been kept in Lahore Central Jail. The Counter-Terrorism Department of the Punjab Police, which often issues convictions of the suspects in such cases to the media, did not notify Mir's conviction. The country has been trying to convince the Financial Action Task Force to get off the grey list, and Sajid Mir has been its biggest trump card.
Pakistan uses cross-border terrorism and the homegrown terrorists for achieving its foreign policy objectives. So they are an instrument of its foreign policy. And therefore, as and when under international pressure or the pressure of the FATF, it does try to contain them, tries to pro forma arrest them. It has happened before. We have seen in so many years, it's 4 decades now. So it's a history keeps on repeating, and once again you will see it as soon as the heat is off Pakistan. Because see, if they are really keen, then why are they waiting for all these thousands of well-known, notorious terrorists straddling across their land?
The silent conviction and sentencing of Sajid Mir is a desperate measure by Pakistan to extricate itself from the FATF watch list. Islamabad has acted this way in the past too, as earlier this year, Hafiz Saeed, founder of the Lashkar-e-Taiba terror outfit, on whom the US has placed $10 million bounty, was sentenced to 31 years in jail ahead of the FATF plenary meeting in Paris. The jail sentence of Mir after Hafiz Saeed comes as a part of the plan to placate FATF. This is just a show put on by Pakistan for global spectators, as in the past, Islamabad denied his presence and even claimed him dead. According to a report of the United States government in 2019, Mir was widely believed to reside in Pakistan under the protection of the state despite government denials. Not only Sajid Mir, but Pakistan is also home to 12 foreign terror organizations, 5 being India-centric, including Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. US officials have also identified Pakistan as a base of operations for numerous armed and non-state terror groups, some of which have existed since the 1980s.
Financing of terror groups, closing their accounts. We have seen in the past what has happened. But at the moment, since they have been under rigorous control, or at least an observation by the FATF, and have been on the grey list for a long time, they are apparently going to get out of it now, because as per the reports from the FATF, they are trying to comply with as many points or observations as possible. That is good. Actually, if there is an independent verification and the international body is fully satisfied of this action. If that does not happen, then they can hoodwink anyone. But Pakistan must remember that going by the terrorist path and then claiming to be a victim of it is something that is not going to hold much water for too long for them.
Pakistan's list of actionable points shared with FATF is a smokescreen to show its commitment to combating terror, while the reality is that the country remains a safe haven for terrorists and terror financing activities. The biggest example is that no action has been taken against Talha Said, son of 2611 mastermind Hafiz Said, who is the new face of Jamaat-ud-Dawa. According to intelligence agencies, Talha is next in line to take over functions of JUD, the parent body of the globally proscribed terror outfit Lashkar-e-Taiba. Despite mounting proof of Pakistan's role in international terrorism sponsorship, the country has taken no significant counter-terrorism measures on its turf. In truth, Islamabad has taken cosmetic measures prior to each plenary session of the global watchdog FATF, which has kept Pakistan on its grey list for failing to curb money laundering and terror financing. Superficial steps are taken to get off the grey list of FATF, while the country remains a hotbed of terrorism in reality.